have not had your amazing dose of cuteness for today, here you go. Here's a much better view of Scraps. Say hi. Say hi. This is your second cameo on my channel, huh? Scraps actually has his own Instagram. If you would like to follow him, his name is Scrappadapple. Yeah. And he's very much more interesting than me, which is why my Instagram is basically non-existent and his is blowing up. He's got like 25 followers. Almost all of them are other dogs, and I love it. Yeah, you can say I'm that girl, but I have no shame being that girl because it's awesome. I love dogs, I love puppies, and I love Scraps, so I get to party on Instagram with Scraps, and it's awesome. So what I wanted to talk about today was sometimes people, I think, handle things the wrong way. Like, I don't want to say this lady was totally wrong because, you know, thinking about it, what would I have done in this situation, I just don't think she handled it very well. So what happened was, on Father's Day, this past Father's Day, my boyfriend and I had to run and get some potato salad from the grocery store downstairs from my house, or my apartment. And, well, you can call it a house. Elsa's castle, my ceiling's, like, inverted. It's awesome. Anyway, basically, so we park in one spot. There's a space in between, and then there's another spot with a car. And I looked over, and I could hear yelling. And so, yeah, just being the busybody that I am, I look over, and this lady is yelling at these kids. Now, my first thought is, oh, those kids are in trouble with Mom. Oh, no, what'd they do? But kind of looking, like, the kids seem really distressed. And not distressed like you'd be when your mom's yelling at you, but distressed like you'd be when someone else is yelling at you. So I kind of started to pay attention. And this lady is screaming at these kids. I couldn't exactly hear what was going on because I was still in the car, but I was watching. And then I watched her pull out her cell phone and start taking pictures of these kids sitting in the car. Now, mind you, the kid in the middle seat, at least I think he was in the middle seat, looked like he was at least 12 years old. So he looked older, wiser, you know, than a 3-year-old. And I could tell he was really distressed. Scratch just bit me. Ow, not cool, dude. But basically, I could tell he was distressed, and I knew what was going on. I knew that this was a random lady who felt that she needed to report the situation to the police. So I felt it would be best for me to go get a manager. So I ran into the store, and I got the manager, who's really awesome and totally just took care of it, and, you know, asked the lady to leave them alone. And by the time I got out, and all I went to do was go get potato salad, so I was out within 5 minutes of that. The car was gone. So, yeah, they seemed like they weren't out there that long at all. But basically, my boyfriend had stayed back, and the oldest kid that looked 12 was telling this lady, hey, I'm 13 years old, I'm watching my brothers, my mom had to run into the store, please leave us alone. And this is where I think the lady crossed the line, was yelling at these kids and arguing with them and taking pictures of their faces. I don't feel okay with that. You know, if I were a mom in that situation, I would be furious that some lady took pictures of my kid. Maybe the mom should have not left the kids in the car, but at the same time, I feel like 13 is old enough to judge a bad situation. He clearly did well. He told the lady to leave him alone. And in that, you know, to a kid, that's stranger danger. Really, like some random lady's yelling at you in your car? Not cool, lady. Scraps, you're being a brat. He keeps, like, nibbling on my leg. You can't see it, but he is. And I don't know, I feel like the lady had semi-good intentions. She felt the situation was bad and she wanted to do the right thing. But, you know, what kind of don't think about is when you report someone like that, CPS can come in and take the kids away if they think that that was neglect. And it might have not necessarily been neglect. You know, that lady didn't know what was going on. She didn't know. Maybe Mom had to run in because she forgot that last ingredient for dinner, had just gotten the kids in the car, and just ran back in for a second. You know, and like I said, I don't think you should leave your kids in the car. But I understand the potential of that situation, if that makes sense. My mom would sometimes leave us in the car because my brother was severely autistic, and if he were to go into the store, he would tear things out of the aisles, make a mess, and I was old enough to be able to watch him in the car, but we couldn't leave him at home. We couldn't leave us at home, but I felt comfortable watching him in the car. My mom felt comfortable watching him in the car. It was kind of a different time, I guess. Like, there was a little bit less of a risk of us getting kidnapped. But, you know, if somebody had blamed my mom on that, that would have made our already hard lives, having, you know, Scotty have his issues. Not that I don't love him, but, you know what I mean? It would have made an already hard situation much more hard on my mom if somebody had just thought it was bad and reported us, but I don't know. I feel the same way about leaving the dog in the car. Like, it's just based on the situation. Like, if the windows are down and it's not a billion degrees outside, it's okay. Don't need to freak out about it. You know, if it's a 5-minute trip instead of Walmart, you're on your way camping, you forgot water bottles, you gotta go get them, you can't bring the dog into Walmart, unfortunately. I wish Walmart would change that rule because I think it's dumb. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And if the dog's not dying or, like, really, really thirsty, I think it's not a horrible thing. I don't know. If you disagree with me, please let me know. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think that 5 minutes in the grocery store shouldn't freak everyone out. Personally, like, you know, I bring Scraps places, and there are sometimes where he can't go into the store. I do try to leave him water. I do try to leave the windows down, and I get really freaked out just because I'm scared someone's going to try to steal him seeing him in the car. So I don't ever leave him that long, and it's really rare that we even leave him in the car. Usually when he's with us, it's to go to the dog park or whatever. But I don't know, I just feel nervous about that. I don't know how everyone else feels. Feel free to let me know how you feel about that. Do you think it's okay to leave a dog for that 5 minutes? Do you think it's okay to leave a 13-year-old for that 5 minutes? Or do you think it's totally wrong? I would like to know your opinions and share them on the internet world. That'd be awesome. Alright, well, that's all I have for today. I just kind of ranted about it. It's been on my mind for a while. So please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.